you are deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or probably poor. My name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. You can hear all about me and my best friend Cody Rhodes at AEW Insider.
What's up, peeps? We're back. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us for the YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. We got a pretty good show, so let's get right to it. AEW. Backstage at AEW, they are now saying that when they showed Raven sitting in the audience, it was actually just a red herring. He will not be the leader of the Dark Order. Myself, I still believe it will be the Broken One, Matt Hardy. The New York City Toy Fair is going on as we speak. AEW is promoting their new line of figures. They're so dope. I love the first series, but I have to say I'm pumped for the second set. Hangman Page was there seeing his figure for the first time, and he showed it to us. It was his figure with his arm up, standing over both of the Young Bucks. He then looked at the camera and said, "I will boat their asses." The internet is now abuzz saying that this is what's going to happen at the upcoming Revolution pay-per-view. The Dark Order's Evil Uno tweeted, "Everybody lives, everybody dies, the Exalted One is near, the Exalted One arrives." I guarantee you it's going to be Matt Hardy. The rivalry between Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes is heating up. Hager tweeted a pic of Dustin pleading to Cody that said, "Please give me a job." And Cody responded, "Okay, I will, but don't break your hip." That's fucked up, Hager. Come to find out that Cody did not escape his backflip from the top of the steel cage unharmed. He broke his toe for the impact of the landing, but he said it will not stop him from wrestling MJF at the AEW Revolution pay-per-view. On to some WWE news. Well, boxer and here and there WWE star Tyson Fury won his boxing match last night. And like a shark lurking in the water waiting was Braun Strowman. He seen Tyson's win and he demanded a rematch between the two. Braun said, "That was a hell of a win, Fury. You want to try your luck at my IC title?" Speaking of Braun, hey Braun, don't think I didn't see you botch Friday night on SmackDown. Braun legit power slams Nakamura on top of a real piano. All of his body weight lands on top of Nakamura's head. And right away, Nakamura put his hand to the back of his head, legit blood all over. Come to find out, Nakamura had to get 9 staples to close the wound. Changes are being made to Mania matches. Dave Meltzer noted 5 or 6 WrestleMania matches have been changed recently, pretty much only on the SmackDown brand side. WWE Universal Champion Bray Wyatt vs. Roman Reigns and John Cena vs. Elias was slated to be on this year's WrestleMania 36, but now those are being changed. One thing being said backstage is that they want Goldberg at WrestleMania. So as of right now, he will be there in a match. If you ask me, this could be just a lead up to him actually taking the title off of The Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. The only way I see WWE actually not having Goldberg at Mania is if he has another botch like he had when he went against The Undertaker. In a recent interview, Goldberg was asked about what he thought about Matt Riddle's criticism of him. He said, "Riddle is like a booger that's stuck in your nose. He's annoying and he won't go away. He has no influence on Goldberg's life, period, end of story. It's the wrestling business, and sometimes when you're out of the public, you may run into a former foe, and you can never know how the situation will turn out. It is what it is, and we don't see eye to eye." NXT Cruiserweight Champion Jordan Devlin has an injured elbow. He took to Twitter today to drop out of an independent event he had. He claims he will be better in a few weeks. Johnny Gargano did an interview with TMZ. He talked about the fans seeing NXT on the same level as the other 2 shows. Gargano said, "That's BS. That's complete garbage. And it's something that me and a lot of guys have worked to dispel for a very long time. Anybody out there uses the words main roster when you're talking about Raw or SmackDown, how about you watch the show on Wednesday night? You'll see the real main roster. You'll see the best wrestling show on the planet. You will see the best locker room on the planet, and it's led by me." Liv Morgan had her luggage lost on her way to a WWE event and made a joke about showing up and wrestling in the nude. We can only dream, my friends. Jeff Hardy was at SmackDown backstage Friday night. He is scheduled to appear this Friday on TV. He made it back just in time for Mania. That cat not only has 9 lives in the ring, but with promotions, with the rest, with WWE, and more. Random wrestling news. Well, ex-WWE stars, the Ascension, their 90-day contract clause isn't up until March the 7th, but they appeared this weekend at the Outlaw Wrestling promotion and had a match. Victor shaved his head and they were kicking some butt. I wish best of luck to them, and I hope they don't get in trouble for not waiting out their 90 days to wrestle. Rob Van Dam was on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, and he discussed the amount of concussions he has received during his career. Van Dam said that, "I have had hundreds, seriously hundreds and hundreds of concussions. Balls Mahoney would hit me with the chair, then crack it, and it would be like everything was in slow motion. Sometimes the sound goes out, sometimes, like everything's spinning, sometimes I had double vision, but I just couldn't shake it off. I kept thinking, well, it's going to be gone tomorrow, so I'm not going to let anybody know. The show must go on." And finally, Matt Hardy posted another great promo online. He was wearing a neck brace, and he said that Randy Orton pretty much destroyed his Hardy Boy, aka Matt Hardy gimmick. Matt Hardy said that he will be coming back within days with a new and omnipotent version of himself. I can't wait. In the comment section of his video, out of nowhere, Le Champion, Chris Jericho, struck, and he told Hardy to stay home, and he gave him a thumbs down. Hardy replied, "I'll go or stay wherever I want. Worry about yourself." I'm telling you, peeps, within weeks, Hardy will be on AEW TV. All right, peeps. Well, that's it for this week's show. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benz. I thank you guys so much for showing us some love. I do promise those AEW figures are dropping by the summertime, and I'm a big toy collector myself, so I'm going to be picking some up, and I'm going to be picking one up for one of you lucky listeners. So when I do have them in my hand, I will put a contest up here on YouTube and on the podcast, and I'll ship it right out to the winner. Definitely show us some love on all major podcasts, YouTube and Facebook under the AEW Insider, and on Twitter under the AEW Insider 1. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us on the AEW Insider. Ciao, peeps.